Yes. Okay, we're going to pull the cards. Now, I did put a post up in the community tab. Look at it. It's almost like my head's hovering. Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you. For those of you that don't know, that are new to the channel, I'm a psychic medium. I'm a twin flame, Holmes and Union. Lucky me, eh? I do coaching, energy work to keep you guys sane through your ascension process, because it's about you really, right? Now, the community tab, astrologically, as we know, whenever we're having transit, it goes back to a previous time. Giggle checked out the videos this morning, which is linking back to that time, and I've shared them in the community post. Because they are resonating, which I was having that download this morning. I'm having a lot of old things because of Mercury going into retrograde where they're revisiting and they're coming back, and that's due to the fact that the astrology is linking back all the way to 2017, you know? So we've got the Abraham Hicks cards to keep us sane. They're going to keep us company. We're going to pull for the crowning energy, and we're going to be punchy because, as usual, YILDIZ bites off more than she can chew. I must have been a cow in a previous life, I tell you. Yep, I think so. Born ready. Is Dawn in the house? A big love, sending love and light to you. She's been a bit poorly lately. And for Deb, lots of love for Deb. Go check Deb out. She's my soul sister. I'm sorry if the table's bouncing. I've really got to reconnect the hinges on this. I think it's getting a bit loose. All right, okay, let's pull the cards. Now, the one thing you will find is at the moment in all my private reads with the clients and the coaching and the astrology, we have Juno retrograde is about to go down. Now, some of you might be looking at the media and you can feel this intensity. It's very nervous. We call it waiting in the waiting room for the diagnosis. From a spiritual, psychic point of view. We were just talking about you, Dawn. Are you okay, my beautiful? We're sending lots of love to you. Okay, crowning energy is the masculine. This is all surrounding the masculine. Poor buggers. Okay, whoever's embodying the masculine energy. Interesting. Okay, so the middle energy is the masculine. Poor masculine's feeling piggy in the middle. I don't think this is a bad thing though, because they're not looking at it that way. They're not feeling that they're a victim. They're not looking at it that way. They're in awareness of their power and what they want to do. Feminines. Feminines, you guys are funny. Okay, your readings with the private reads at the moment, masculines are all ready to come on in their trotting horse. Yes, karmic energies and tower moments surrounding that situation, and karmics are dirty at you. Okay, we're in a transformative stage right now. All that crap that we went through with the Cancer Capricorn axis is playing out again. And we're facing our shadow to do with it, and especially near the eclipse. Now, post-eclipse, I do have a webinar that I'm hosting on the website, and that's for support. So I'm going to be doing a guided meditation. Anything that comes up, we can do a coaching session in there. So if you want to come and join that, you're most welcome to. We've been finding it beneficial, and you're able to talk to each other, so you're not alone through that process, which is nice. And you can ask me 101 questions. Let's have a look. Okay, X marks the spot. The ruin we have. I'm going to try and not hit the table. Do be prepared. If your energy has been feeling funky and you've had this anxiety, it is moving. Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing, doll? Have you been having dramas with karmics lately? I've got my foofy hair happening today. It's not working with me. Okay, so it's connected to Odin and fire. Mars is currently in Cancer. Pluto is currently retrograde. Black Moon, Lilith and Taurus, we're facing our shadow. A lot of us are looking at our money, our values. Some of you can be feeling really tired, wanting to recoup, wanting to rest. if you know there's something you need to do, don't stand in your way. If you find you're really busy all of a sudden and you're getting things sorted, it's a bit like nesting, right? Hi, Hayley. How are you, beautiful? Hi, Elizabeth. So, you know, it's the nesting theory. It's I've got to get this in order. I'm throwing this out. You're ushering new energy in. So by clearing your environment, you're actually preparing the environment for the new energy coming in. But it's also, if you are getting really tired, you're getting into light body frequency so that you can have the energy to move forward. And I have found psychically, if any of you are feminines are suddenly like down in the dumps and unable to do anything, it's so you don't go anywhere and you don't start anything new right now. And that's because this new chapter is coming towards you. So if you find you're like, universe, why are you cursing me? You know, why is this happening right now? I was doing my business, I was doing this and that. And you're feeling really stifled, like you're being held in a waiting room. It's because the universe is bringing something towards you and they don't want you to move yet. And your ego may be saying, no, I'm going to push and I'm going to push. You know, if you push, it's just not going to work. You're going to keep getting those closed doors. So it might be that you get unwell, you run down, or your car breaks down. It's rejection as the universe's protection. You've got to trust it. So sometimes this can even be at the same time, synchronistically, you will have opportunities coming towards you and you'll be like, maybe I am ready. And no sooner will you have communication with your twin. So when you get people suddenly out of nowhere really communicating with you, stop, slow down, you know, and it's not, it's because it's a sign that yes, universe is complimenting you. They're saying you've done the work on yourself and that you're prepared for a connection. And it's also, you know, look at your ego relating to, hey, has that person changed? You have, so it doesn't matter whether they have or haven't. You will know if they've changed. Yes, it is about to go down. Okay, communication, all right? So we've got Mercury retrograde is when, you know, we're already in the midst of it. We had 1 week's grace. Okay, these burdens, they're coming to a head surrounding this situation. All corners, right? Masculines at the moment are in the energy of Pisces. Jupiter on the 13th, I believe, moved into the house of Pisces at 0 degrees. So we went from the 29-degree point, which is where those videos are directly from, and from 2017. So look back around May 2017 and May 2008. Was it 19? Giggle? Yeah, it was 19. Those are similar energies, and that was when I was in the connection. I was out of soulmate energy. I was in the connection. I moved into separation. So it was around those times. If you look at the videos, you can see the trends. Where I was, we're doing a whole 360 and revisiting these energies. So okay, so it relates to fire. The word Gibo means gift. I'm telling you know, nothing is for nothing, honestly. It is derived from the same verbal root as the modern English word gift of give. In the old genomic tradition, the offering of a gift was not necessarily an entirely straightforward affair, which is, I mean, we go through this in Twin Flame Path. We're looking at it and we're going, if I give you something, it means I'm getting something. And 9 times out of 10, it's that feminines were giving, but never, and it's not that you have an expectation to receive, but it was the self-worth energy. From a manifestation point of view of money, emotions, good relationships, when you're in the higher energy of it and you're in the yin and yang, you're knowing that everything that you need will always come towards you, and you're also knowing what your worth is. But it's never straightforward. So I can guarantee you many years would go by where you were giving, but you weren't expecting to receive. And it wasn't that you were supposed to expect to receive. You didn't let anyone buy you. So it was like if you were doing something, if you were doing something for someone, they always wanted something from you. And then you kind of retracted back, and we might have jumped into a little bit of masculine energy. And it could have been a little bit masculine. Maybe even very sacral chakra, aggressive. I don't have to do that for you. I'm going to disconnect from everyone around me, and we go into that kind of, you know, isolation mode and then reintegrate again. Oh, the joys of this path. Nothing is for nothing. Okay, gift, opportunity, partnership, love match, sacrifice, obligation, esoteric, karmic union, divine revelation. The quadrant has been or will be offered a gift from the gods. Where is it? Mercury. Okay, this may take the form of wisdom or insight or an opportunity. People, places, things. The quadrant is warned, however, of the inherent responsibility of accepting such gifts. You know, it's the magician. Okay, this is coming full circle to magician energy, which kind of makes sense because Jupiter's in the house of Pisces, which is magician. Neptune currently is in the house of Pisces. Masculine is entering into magician energy. So it is very 5D, it's very psychic, but it's also what do we want to create in our dreams. So psychologically, a lot of them are looking at connections. All of us are looking at connections at the moment. Many of us, if we're in a codependent relationship with Mercury moving into Gemini, it can cause a lot of conflict with Mars and Cancer. And that's due to the fact Gemini is a very social sign. Crosswise can come about. That can be, you'll find that communication tends to come through during Mercury retrograde. Yeah. And I got some new nail polishes, very natural. I broke my nail the other day and I met another client at a nail salon. I don't know what it is with nail salons and me meeting clients and having readings, but anyway, that's lovely. So they're going to really be thinking about how they fit into the connections they were in, what it meant, how it was affecting their dreams, how it was affecting their psychology, their emotions. Do they see themselves being with that person? And it's not, this has got nothing to do with saying that karmics are bad people. This is more to do with the fact of the transits. The transits are, hi Dale, the transits are making us all spiritually look at connections point blank zero. So, being that the crowning energy is definitely saying the healthy give and take. It's very 8th house, Pluto energy. This is what this ruin is relating to. In the joint energy, feminines will be looking at the masculines and needing to have the give and take in the connection, needing to have deeper intimacy, needing to have a reciprocal frequency. And so if you're stuck, it's because you're doing shadow work. It's because you're fearing that this person is the same. But it's face that and let it go because it's not your work to do. And just know you're not losing anything because you don't have anything until that cup's full. So it's about really allowing that human being to upgrade to the point they need to be. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they've moved ahead. And that's what happened to me when I moved into reunion. I had done a lot of shadow work and it really did benefit me. But the thing that I noticed was you then have to apply it to the given situation. Going to university, getting a PhD, then applying it in the direct environment is totally different. You then have to, you're back at school again. That's the nodes in Gemini. Being a student to situations, being open to it, maybe you'll learn something through that experience, but you can say no, you can say yes. And you don't know until you're in front of that person to hear that human being out, if you don't do shadow work. Fresh starts, blast from the past coming back. Wanting justice. Yes, your views and both parties, both masculine and feminine, are looking at the fact that there have been people that don't want you together, that there had been bad luck around it, that there had been interferences and conflicts when it came to you guys being together. No joke, right? Duh. Okay, moving along. That's the in-between energy. You're in this knowingness. Now, this is going to be conversation pieces. This is going to be people gossiping about you. Let's give them something to talk about. You might not even be with them and they're still talking about you. They do. Trust me, they do. You're special that way. Okay. Who do we want to look at first? Feminine or masculine? I'll be me. Feminine. Okay. Now, you guys may feel, if your twin is in a relationship, that you need that connection to be finished, which is fair. It's like allowing that to finalize that chapter, giving it the respect it deserves, but also being able to have a fresh start. Some of you are also thinking this is never going to happen. Some of you are thinking you'd rather be single. But again, the notion of separation, it can be betrayals, emotions, feelings, you know, not wanting the drama, really not wanting the drama, wanting to have nothing to do with it, allowing those individuals to own where it was. It's a little bit like, okay, well, you know, when I wasn't in the twin flame connection, if the blame was pushed towards me, I wasn't there, so how can you blame me, right? You know, you bought the pizza, you coded it, you cooked it, it didn't work. That's not on me, right? That's if you step back and allow those people to invest, look at it and do that, then you can have closure in knowing that you did everything you could. But for you personally, this is to do with you and how you feel, to do with connections. All connections. It could be you reaching that psychological point. I don't know. You know, and some of you are at a very, very ascended state, in detachment, in peace, but this is on your minds in various ways. You're not trusting the past. You're like, yeah, you know, you're in the waiting room. Okay, this is coming. Is it going to be kind? Is it going to be nice to me? Is it going to be aggressive? Is it going to be nasty? But you do have the tools. Nothing's for nothing, right? Healthy give and take. If someone's giving you sass, you giggle. She told me a story this morning. I was like, are you Marsing people giggle? Giggle Mars people at the petrol bowser. FYI. Okay? Shadow sign of Aries is Libra. Shadow sign of Libra is Aries. Don't take Libra there. They'll mask you. She unleashed the Kraken. Oh, Lord. Okay, so in your minds, you're sort of looking at it going, okay, maybe I didn't read the play correctly back then. Maybe I ran in where angels fear to tread. And I was like, yeah, I got this in the bag. Yeah, that's cool. You've learned that there's some things you can't do. You've learned that in order. Both parties have learned this. And it's not that the people in our past are horrible people. Some of them maybe are, but I mean, I'm merely meaning this from a psychological, spiritual, psychic point of view. You are realizing 8th house placement, Pluto retrograde, the shadow phase of the Scorpio full moon we had. We went through that purgatory experience where we've reached now. It's D-Day. It's, I know what I need out of a connection, and it is give and take. Maybe realizing that you can have your cake and eat it too from your dreams and a relationship, not cheating, dreams and a relationship, okay? And that's no shade. That's just what I'm trying to articulate. So both parties have learned this. You know, what has worked for them in situations, what hasn't. What has worked with you in situations, what hasn't. And now alchemizing that and using and walking into the magician energy, but with it being responsible. Now, the funny thing is, what you guys have to understand is in a karmic connection, when masculines do get stuck, or if it's a feminine in a masculine's energy, getting stuck in a connection, and you guys are saying, why isn't this moving? It's because universe, to learn that lesson, pulls us back and keeps us there. Keeps us there to complete that cycle correctly, to own the power and say, this isn't for me. Okay, because that's not for us to choose for them. That's for them to complete that cycle so it doesn't have to be repeated. So it's a choice. It's a closure point. It's not, you know, and each of them are all unique in their own path, but it's more to do with the psychology of, okay, that's closed out. I did the best I could. Gee, that was tedious. Gee, that was great. Whatever it was, right? But it's their closure to reach. You guys do have the start. In your hearts, you have hopes, dreams, aspirations. You know that's happening. You know that's going to happen. And you know you will defend it. You mess people up. You're a different feminine now. And, you know, creating healthy boundaries doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be, don't test me. This is what I need. It's not screaming. It's just, this is what I need. This is what I need. You can do you, but this is what I need to have a successful give and take relationship now. No secrets, no shade. That's why a lot of shadow work happens in twin flame paths, is so that there's no shadow. We've been there, done that. We've done it all. So there's nothing to worry about now because we've already done it. We've seen hell. We lived there. We had a vacant plot. We evacuated. Wasn't fun. Okay, injustice is coming back. This can be a lot of conversations, and this can be surrounding, you know, and again, lineage. Lineage keeps coming up. Some of you, I can say, in the heart of it, you know, there's things that we're not honouring. There's things that we're not seeing. And that can be our value systems of where we came from, right? Some of you may be thinking, you know, all that's happened. How can we be? How, after all, can it be? You know, some of you have gone off, you've been married, you've had kids, the others have had kids, whatever. So you're kind of looking at it going, well, Sagittarius is lineage. It's siblings. Cancer, lineage, family, disputes, fights. As we get closer, it amplifies and gets stronger. Aggression. Value systems, Sagittarius. Religion, Sagittarius. Okay, the eclipses in Sagittarius. You feeling it? It's amplifying. Now, for a person that doesn't have the psychological, the melted down ego, the monkey brain syndrome, where you're seeing things and you're detaching from it, you embody that vibration completely. And that's very dangerous. You'll see it happening in the collective. That's why I said, you're in the world, you're not of the world. When you're in the world, you're 3D. When you're of the world, you're viewing it. You're a spectator to an energy dynamic, but it doesn't have to be, you have to absorb it. And you'll hear a lot of police. Archangel Michael's around, but it's amplifying Mars and Cancer, aggression. Don't be part of it. Power hungry, masculine wants their power back. Yes, there's been manipulation, control. They're exhausted, you know, and if they're being subjected to a situation that doesn't make them happy, you know, with whatever that be, you know, it's a slow burning treadmill exercise to get to a point they go, heft to the no. Doesn't make them feel grounded. This is their liberating part. Psychology at the moment, what they're looking at in the past. Lineage, what marriage meant, what connections meant, how they felt. Juno's retrograde in Sagittarius. This is right on point. In their heart, they know they have a spiritual connection with you. Some of them may have felt that, you know, they were bewitched by you, but not in a bad way. I think they're actually realizing this is a very spiritual Pisces energy. What they want, fresh start. Leaving those old values, coming back, full 360 with the new. The foundation, give and take, change in direction. So, yes, over the next few weeks, you're going to feel it. I'm warning you. You're going to feel the energy. You're going to get triggered. There can be things coming in. There can be things happening very quick. Karmics. Hoping to get this ship back on the road. Maybe feeling very disillusioned, though, with all the changes. Now, they've had time to do this. They've had time. But it's tactical. Time for what? Let's see. And what were they biding their time connected to the past with, please? To do with it not ending. Some of them are already in separation. How are they going to relate to that, please? Too many. They're not saying anything. Not saying anything. Okay. Around the eclipse. What's happening around the eclipse? Movement towards you, taking action. Wanting what they want. Anger to do with lack of loyalty. Ill thoughts. legal situations. Aggression and anger. Foundation. They're coming with conflict to fight what they feel is theirs. Paying people a visit. In the heart of it, why? They don't want it to end. They're delaying an ending that already has occurred to a connection. Next. Look at the table bouncing. Okay, so I have warned you. I have warned you. Okay, an Abraham Hicks card, please, for feminines. Abraham Hicks for masculines. Oh, this came out aggressively. They've got this, guys. They do have this in the bag. They're like, how the hell did I get in this relationship? They know that everything happens for a reason. You know, it's not, there was a reason this had to happen. He's like, did I create? You know, it's a little bit like looking up to the stars and going, did I ask for this universe? Was this my karmic? And I don't mean karmic situation for what I did in my past. And we've all done that, women and men. Every relationship is established on the ethers, which means like the laws of attraction. It's like this awakening to go, okay, well, that's where I was in my life. Find peace and forgiveness. And then it comes into the ethers. It is our desire that you come to remember that every relationship is eternal and that once it is established, it is a part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And that in your power, okay, this sounds like feminines, like the connection. And so your observation of the situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creator partnership in this experience. So it's when you release it, you found forgiveness. But when you're giving it energy, it's continuing. And that's for feminines as well if you're tuning into that. If you're tuning into it, you're keeping the energy though. And that can be those individuals. But there is a spiritual connection, okay? They're in awareness of this, but they're also in awareness of spiritual connections, point blank zero, the infinite web of life. For you guys, you've got two cards and they're in reverse. Okay, some of these experiences aren't your energy. And it's already in the ethers. It's here. It's not, you don't need to manifest. It's on its way. It's at your door. Okay, about the karmics. 3 cards to warn. What do they need to know? Whoever is watching the video. Okay, when you get the download, tune out. Go to the best possible story. Delete the worst story. Quickest way to keep yourself safe in that vibration for psychic attacks. Yes, they are. Some of them are dangerous. Yeah, keep your third eye clear. Protect your auric field and focus on your side. But be very careful what you think on at the moment because Neptune's in Pisces, Jupiter's in Pisces. You will amplify that in a manifestation. You've got to be very careful what you think. Come through if you want to the coaching session for Twin Flames on the website. We do I think it's about 20 members. We can host up to 20 members. I might go to 40, it depends, but 20 is nice and neutral. So we do that every 2 weeks. We've also got the Juno special for, well, not Juno, it is technically because it's the eclipse in Sagittarius. So the day after the eclipse, I've got a coaching session there and we've also got the members room. Any questions or super chats? Super chats. I've got about 10 minutes. I'm putting a new schedule up for the members, and there's going to be community tabs in there for you for warnings and downloads and psychic updates. Every month we have an extension given, so subscribe if you're new. And for the psychic readings, I will give you an extension for your zodiac. So yes, get ready. I can feel it. They're very ready. Ready. I'm hearing the term right here, right now. Where's, I don't know, man. Anything you need to know. They're not coming to the door right now, but I do feel, 2 weeks. Two weeks. But protect your aura. Okay? It's going to look better than you think. It's Mercury. It's going to happen. There's nothing much we can do. And it's in Gemini, so this is going to be a very bad Mercury retrograde. That's why I say if it gets too bad during Mercury retrograde, I'll pre-record them and I'll upload them. Okay? He's getting grounded, Shelley. And, you know, if you can, avoid going out if you need to. But, you know, just keep away from people at the moment. Near the moon. That's what I'm picking. Be careful near the moon. What will there? I don't know why I saw travel as well. I can pick you a card for that. Things aren't going well. Yeah, well, the eclipse, technically. I'm feeling they're the eclipse. They're telling me the eclipse for you. But, yeah, you might be embodying some of their energy already. I'll just say that. Yeah, a lot of us are actually embodying their energy. Okay, you're trying to be very realistic, but it might be that you're thinking and doing their work. So if you're trying to do that, because they're frustrated, so you'll embody that, right? Okay, Michelle. So at the moment, if you feel that you need to protect yourself or what would have to happen, and you're thinking of all the work they'd need to do, tune out of that, because that can be blocking it. It's like psychologically evaluating what they're doing, and it keeps it more at bay, and it's more in the 5D instead of the 3D. So if you can tune out of what they would need to do, and come from a place of heart, not just logic, you'll be fine. But at the moment, it seems like you're trying to, you know, once you stop doing that, you're going to find you'll get communication. But that's what the block is at the moment. Does that make sense? The car broke down on the road. Yeah, Mercury, I'll tell ya. I'll give you one of them, Dawn. I'm feeling, Dawn, as I'm pulling one for Antonella, I'm feeling you're meant to be at home and you're meant to embody being vulnerable, okay? And this is to transform the situation over the other side and that person to feel, how do I put it, where they can't, it's giving them the clarity of where they want to be. So there's a reason it's happened. Okay, Antonella, you might have wanted to go up. Did you go up to them or did you just keep driving? Did it make you nervous? Because it's like you're like, you need to let people in. You're not trusting it. You're like, oh. There's a nervousness surrounding that. But remember, I said to you, you're going to reconnect with those individuals. A lot of people from the past at the moment are coming back. Dawn, let's have a look at yours. See, you're moving into vulnerability so that this connection can come in. I'm telling you. Yeah, well, tune out of it, Dell. It's not your job. Yes, well, that's why it's happened. So do it. Have your rest. Trust the process. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to be honest and talk to them, that's fine. And just, you know, be truthful. Be in your truth. If it's vulnerable, if it's scared, if it's, you know, whatever it is, and if they're talking to you, just be you. Be you. Be vulnerable. Be feminine. It's okay if you need to cry and go, God, you know, I'm batting my head against the wall and I'm trying to do, because now you're seeing how they're feeling. Except, you know, you're both in the same predicament. The art of appreciation. Good grief. Oh, Lordy. How you doing, Hayley, anyway? How have you been, beautiful girl? Have you been looking after yourself? Put my hair up. I need to shampoo it. My hairband broke the other day. That's okay. If you want to see the webinar, it's still there. I recorded the link. Not as successful as you, Dawn, obviously. Dawn was on one of our webinars. So we have group sessions for the Twin Flames. So if you guys need support, want to chat, want advice, and, you know, share experiences, it's a really good place where we can actually, you know, we have the members zone, which is $11. And I'm now making a schedule, which I'll be coming to you, and I'll be putting important information in the members hub. And then you've got the second tier, which is all the pre-release content, which I'll be opening up the videos shortly for them. I've still got 6 to do, which is technically 12 because there's extensions. And then you go, yeah, the extensions are in the top tier, but that's Sun, Moon, Rising because they're psychic. How much? All the costs are in there, Dal. All the costs are in there. So what did I miss connected to Hayley? Graduating. That makes sense. Sagittarius is there. Ending one cycle. Was it linking back to 2017 by any chance? 18? 19? From my masculine's point of view, he would say to me that whenever he heard my name, his gut would sink. Songs would remind him of me. Yeah, sometimes he felt that he couldn't get my name out of his head. But you know, they choose to do things differently. But yes, they do. The bombardment, which is more intellectual, it's thinking about you, they're trying to concentrate, thinking about you. In communication, feel close but stuck. Any insight, it's detached. As soon as you detach, it actually brings it in. You'll usually feel it about 4 weeks prior, and then you kind of think you're paranoid and you let go and they communicate. We'll be white lighting you, beautiful. May your hopes and dreams come true. I see you getting a job soon. Are you working, Hayley, at the moment? I see you moving very quickly, girl. Yeah, the videos will really give you some insight into your twin flame. Yeah, but okay, surrounding your employment at the moment, I'm giving you a freebie, naughty me. Surrounding your employment at the moment, I'm actually seeing that, you know, that education style of things, it's like it's going to move quicker than you think. So that industry area, I feel a big building. It might even be through a university. It's like it happens very quickly. You're going to probably be quite shocked how quick it's going to happen. And this has been happening all week. I'll look for the chakra cards and they disappear on me. There they are. Oh, Lord. Thanks, Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? Let me check my website. Anywho, there is Jump on quick if you want bookings, guys, because it is really filling up very fast. If your trigger points are going to come in, they'll come in probably this week, really hardcore, coming in by next week. And that's due to the fact that we're going to have Mercury retrograde. People are going to be frustrated. There's going to be a lot of anger and aggression. You could potentially have communication. I'm getting communication from various people. Yes. You know? Yeah. Any other psychic questions, super chats? Before I love you and leave you, I've got another client. I've got clients today and recordings. Get grounded. Get grounded. Yes, you're coming. So sending lots of love and light to Dawn for recovery. But hopefully, you know, it helps bind her and her TF. Is pretty close, Dawn. Caroline, let me see. Yes, I did. I think I did. I mentioned that at the moment when it's stuck, that the best way to actually achieve it is, and usually how it plays out, I'll pull a card, but usually this is how it works. It's you directly let go of, it comes into your ethers. You then get to the point where you're thinking you're crazy. No sooner do you let go and really shift the focus onto something else, that's when the conversation or the turn up occurs. But you usually do feel it about 2 to 4 weeks before. And as long as you can relax into no expectations, oh, I think I'm going crazy, that's usually the way it kind of pans out. Yeah, it's not getting stuck in the thought. Because if a wound comes up when you think it, there's a blockage there. Quickly deal with it and release it and let it go and say, that's in the past. It doesn't define me. It doesn't mean to say the way the person's coming towards me is going to be the same. And just let go of it. But if you want to bring it in, you've got to do that. And you also have to just be really relaxed. Just be, you know, where I am. You got a phone. You got 2 feet. You are most welcome to come into my aura. In the 3D. Preferably. You know? And then it flows. Okay? Thank you for the $11 super chats, guys. I put them at $11 due to the fact that the members hub was $11. Anything for you on your masculine. You need to lower the guard. Erica. You need to lower the guard. It's right there. The shop's open. You just got to be open to it without running. And sometimes we can say they're running, but we need to look at where we're running. Are we open? Are we feeling safe in our power? And our power is we can actually investigate. You know, fruit first, basket later. You don't have to run in where angels fear to tread. Just gauge it. Gauge it gradually, gradually. Got a fresh start here. Okay? You know. You do know. There's a knowingness. You will physically know if that person's ready. I hate Mercury retrograde. I'm going to send you so many memes this month and beyond. I have to do some facial expressions of Mercury retrograde. Can we go? Okay, beautifuls. Take care. I'll see you during the month. And keep an eye on the community tab. Click the bell. And then you guys will get the creative content, the updates and that. And I'll see those of you who are in the member zone as well. Take care.